Carol. So we are here this morning with Miss Annie Bednar, and she is going to be working with you all with your capstone challenge for Explorations 1B.
Hi, I'm Ann Bodnar, and I am the owner of Sweet Annie's Flower Truck in Severna Park.
So we're so excited to have her here with us today, and we're so excited to learn all about her business and the challenge that she's going to present to you.
So I'm excited to work with you on this and having you come up with ideas to meet my challenge. So my challenge is that I need an overall marketing package to generate business through increasing my company. And what I'd like to see is how can I market my product to your age, to your demographics? What would you like to see when you come visit the truck? What would you like to get out of your experience with the truck? What does my website say to you? So I'm coming to you guys because you are the experts in social media. I need you to help me with the website, from Facebook to Instagram to Twitter, so that I can reach more people with where my pop-ups web shops will be. I need to be able to get myself out there so people can find me, and you guys know how to do that much better than I ever will. Rental, the weddings, and then the pop-up events, and that's where there is a calendar link, but I'm not sure quite how to use that. So just because I haven't had time with the COVID. So if they want to figure out how Wix uses a calendar and how I can put that calendar and get it on Instagram, that would be fabulous. And I'm sure these guys know faster than I do. So that would be helpful. Another area I would love for you to help me with is on my logo. I do love the logo of the my vintage truck with the flowers, and I like my little ribbon with says Sweet Annie's Flower Truck, but they're a little hard to see when I put them on a shirt or a hat. And any advice or creativity you can add to those so that they do stand out on a white shirt, that would be great. So since I was a little girl, I had worked for a flower shop, I guess about the age of 14, and worked in the summers and after school. So I was basically a gopher. I would do all the little grunt work, I would call it. I would do the corsages, arrangements, get together wedding things, prep the flowers. So I kind of learned all the nitty gritty behind the scenes in the flower shop. With that, I've always kind of kept going and doing weddings for friends and family members, and getting flowers and doing small arrangements when needed. Fast forward to a 50th birthday party about 3 years ago. Saw the flower truck down in Nashville and thought, wow, what a great idea. With that, my kids were heading off to college. I teach, so my summers were free, and I thought this would be a fun thing to do in the summer. Bring flowers of different varieties that you don't normally find in the grocery stores, or you can find in flower shops, but pop up and bring them locally to the area. And with that, the search for a truck ensued that ended up with a 1950 Chevy, and with a new modern, so I guess the term is more of a rat rod because it has a new modern engine in it, not too modern, 1990s, so that I could get over 55 miles an hour, get across the Bay Bridge, get up 95, and not be the traffic jam. So with that, we ended up trying to outfit it with a canopy. My fabulous family was all in on it. My sister-in-law did the fabric canopy for it, so that came just in time last year for Valentine's Day. I guess I opened in first week in October. So October, November, we got Thanksgiving in, we got Christmas in, Valentine's, which was very chilly. We got that in, and then COVID hit. So when it came around to Easter, we did not get to go out. Pretty much everything was closed. The wholesalers were closed. Farmers weren't sure how to go about their business. So even getting local flowers was a little hard. And then I was teaching virtually, thought if I can teach virtually, I can create a website. And through the encouragement of a lot of friends who were very tired of being inside their house without anything fun, beautiful, and blooming, we brought up the web page and started making local deliveries. The wholesalers were still kind of shut down, so I had to buy in quantities of 100 straight from Miami or California, and had to get the boxes packed there, shipped straight here, and then unpack. So my wholesaler was just a middleman. And then eventually some of the local farms opened up to sell again, and we could order from them as well. So some of the hurdles I had to overcome along the way were one, the truck. When I purchased the truck, I had it inspected by a mechanic down in Charlotte, North Carolina. He did a great job. He was young, so kind of wanted to hot rod it out more. I probably would have learned to bring it up and have my mechanic just to get it on the road and keep it there. So going through probably about 3 mechanics to find one that was really into vintage cars was a little bit of a challenge. I now know a lot about cars and feel if I choose to go and order another car and go further with the business and expand it, that I know what I'm looking for a little bit more. My other hurdle was once we got the truck and we're ready to license it, the hurdles going through the county on the licensing process. It seemed to be easier to get a food truck than it was to open up a flower truck. With that, you had to find out what was allowed in different counties. You had to find out what licenses and how to get the one-day licenses if you were going to do a pop-up event in Annapolis versus Baltimore. But then you had to have an overall state license. So trying to go through the hoops on what you needed was a little bit of challenge. And then it turns out as long as you go to like farmers markets, or you're going to craft markets and fairs, that licensing is not as in depth as if you're popping up and showing up at a site that's not owned by somebody else.